Timestamp. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is day 2 of the 7-day event. As when we left off, Corp has done what looks to most of the residents of Umbra explosions on the towers, the lower levels, the mid levels, the higher levels, the very tip top. And on the very tip top looks like mini explosions. Okay, it did like a pulse, and rings were coming out of it, and then two more explosions, and two rings would pulse out. And as the residents of Umbra would gawk at this, take the phones out, and start recording, they would just stand there. No reason was given. They would just stand there and start recording. And as the members of the Grey were caught up in this as well, and some members of the Grey were not caught up in this. They remember they had to do stuff and had to focus on jobs at hand. Okay, some members had to basically collect information on how many members were actually caught up into the statue position, as I'm kindly recalling, basically calling this, okay, the Statue of Liberty position. Okay, other members decided to gather up all their phones, okay, and put them into the vault, and seal it on down. And still, they are in this Statue of Liberty position. As some of the other members of some of the other citizens, that go to work and everything else, that work for Fairport, okay, they went on in early, and we're noticing the same thing, but they went into work early, okay, and they got these special glasses. They did not know why, but they shrugged them off and decided to go on in. And then another citizen of Umber went into work, and her body was being augmented for a special uh, uh, um, a, 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 a special project that was due to come up soon. Again, a little mystery that was um, thrown into the mix. So, as we begin tonight, day 2 of the 7-day event. So, Vincent, I'm going to begin with you.
Okay.
You are
I was,
go ahead.
yeah. I was just, I think I just arrived at Fear Corp, and I noted that, like, the higher ups seem kind of sketchy, but they're not explaining anything.
That's correct. What would you like to do?
See, I feel like I saw the people starting to record.
Mm-hmm.
I guess maybe I'll just directly approach my boss.
Okay.
Uh,
Hey, Vincent, how you doing? And you notice your boss has on the same type of glasses as you do.
uh, Hello, or I'll write out, of course. Hello, sir. Uh, I have a question. Is there a solar eclipse today?
Um, you know, there might be. I just have not checked the solar calendar yet, but you know, I just really don't know at this point in time.
Then what's with the, and I'll like tap the glasses.
Oh well, these are um what's the word? What's the word? Um, a pilot project for all the employees, okay, to basically test out uh, for long-term wear, okay, to improve one's vision.
Say that last part again. Sorry.
To improve one's vision.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna. That seems kind of weird. What do you roll to doubt its subterfuge? I think, or empathy.
Yeah, manipulation and I think it's subterfuge, isn't it?
I think there's two options. It's like how good you are. I think it's either empathy or subterfuge, but I would go
What
with
is the roll for?
To find out if his boss is lying.
Yesterday we did wits and subterfuge for me.
Okay, so go ahead and do what's in subterfuge.
Okay.
Okay, you got two successes. You suspect something, but you really can't tell if he's lying or not. He looks at you and his basically his eyes are covered by the sunglasses and he's not showing any body betrayal that he's lying to you. He believes that these are what he says they are.
Interesting. I guess I'll see that this is like okay. Either he very much believes this, or I can't tell that he's lying. I'll just go to my lab,
Okay.
and I will. Would it be? I want to see what exactly these are made of.
Okay.
It's- So I guess I don't know, take a scraping.
Okay. Okay. As you go to your lab and everything else, and uh, take off your glasses and you do a slight scraping onto a uh, uh, one of your slides and everything else, and it's where are you going to take the scraping at?
I mean, I think I just have a private like office with some
Yeah,
equipment,
yeah.
so I can just do it there somewhere I
Okay.
won't be,
Notice.
bothered.
Okay. So I mean on the lens, where are you going to take a scraping at?
Oh, yeah, I guess probably from the lens itself would be best.
Where on the
Just
lens?
one of the. Is the color consistent throughout the entire lens? It doesn't look like only part of it is.
Not yet. The color consistent is yes is consistent throughout the whole lens.
Then I'll scrape some off of, I guess, one of the side, like the edges of the thing, because I
Okay.
don't want to damage the center one.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead and give me manipulation. No, give me dexterity and oh, let's go with science for the fuck of it.
Okay. I have a question.
Go ahead.
So I have professional training.
Uh huh.
So how do I roll with 9 again?
Go ahead slash mm your
Mhm.
pool space 9.
Okay. One moment then.
Uh huh.
7. I don't think I'm gonna. I have. I don't think I need to do that right now. Just ooh, 5 successes.
Very good. Okay, as you go ahead and you're scraping on the side like that, and you get a fairly good fairly good scraping on the slide and everything else. Okay, what else would you like to do with the scraping?
I guess chemical composition test.
Okay, okay. swat you out. And I'm going to read this real fast. Okay, I got it. Okay. And bring up that. So, okay. Get a slash in. Okay. Oh, wrong story. Okay, I was in the wrong channel. Okay. So as 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 you go ahead and do a composition test, um, uh, how are you doing this composition test?
Uh, I guess. Well, I don't know much about this, but apparently this is done using XRF machines, which is an X-ray fluorescence spectroscopy.
You can also do a chemical breakdown test. It's a small kit that like police officers use to test for drugs. You can do a composition test through that too.
I probably have more experience with that. So let's say I'm doing, you know, a slightly more advanced version of that.
Okay. Okay.
Since
Oh, there
I'm
are more
much
advanced ones.
better read. I just
That's
mean you
just
probably have way better equipment
yeah.
than the police do.
Oh yeah, no, that's just specifically designed for drugs. That test has a spectrum of
Ouch!
ranges.
Quick, dog.
Alright.
It, Freaking animal. So, okay, as you put the slide in this particular machine and everything else, and then it whirls up, and you get it does its nice little whirring and noise and everything else. And it gives you a printout, and it gives you some some oh some oh some minerals and some other chemical components and everything else, and the peaks and valleys and everything else. And give me a oh what's the word I'm looking for? Give me a academic and science check. I mean no, take it back. Give me a intelligent science.
Okay, intelligent science. Can I use my chemistry specialty?
Yes, you can.
Oof. 2 successes.
Okay. As you start reading this piece of paper, and you start, your brain starts, turning and twisting here. You notice that these glasses will block a certain certain type of light. Okay, from the eye. Okay, reaching the brain. Okay, and but you don't know what area of the brain is blocking it from. Okay, and it's on tip of your tongue, just not right there just yet. Okay, so at this point here, I'm going to hold off on you and go to someone else. So hang on.
Okay.
Hazel, and she's muted indefinitely. Never mind. Jade. Jade. Oh, Jade. Hobo. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, never mind. Amber.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you not get my DM?
Yeah. Yep. I got your DM all right.
Okay.
So
Excuse me, sorry.
no problem. Your father comes in, and he sits at the edge of your bed. Okay. And well, before he does that, he comes to your left hand side and starts to basically slowly um, undo your bandages and stuff like that, and starts looking at uh, 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 your stitches. Okay, and then he looks down and he smiles, and then he starts taking them off slowly. Because bandages hurt because when you glue to skin, they still hurt. And takes them
Yeah.
off, and he smiles a little bit more, and then he sees a little scar there. And he says, ah. So he takes out a pair of scissors and just cuts off that much and just puts it right back. And he says, "Man, good job, good job." And he goes into to your shins and starts taking it off, and she's where it hasn't healed up yet, and cuts that off too. Goes around to the other side, does the same thing, cuts out that much, and it goes up to your forearm and starts and you're watching him this whole time, and and so he just starts cleaning off, and then he just looks down, and so he cuts out that much there, and just looks at it and says, "So, how you doing?"
Say it again. Hold on. Give me a second.
Yep.
There you go.
He says, "So, how you holding up?"
I don't know. How am I holding up? I've had bones clamped in iron, synthetic muscle enhancers, synaptic nerve enhancants. Like, how am I holding up Alpha? I shouldn't be doing all that too hot.
uh, 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 basically, you're tired, you're wore out, okay, and you you feel like you've just been slammed into a brick wall, and with a truck coming at you at 110 miles an hour, and you feel like a pancake, okay, but
Like hammered shit.
yeah, like hammered shit, yes, yeah, and
God, I love that.
yeah, okay. So I mean, it's but you're healing, and but it's not on the verge of extreme painfulness, but you feel like hammered shit, and so it's
Can I move?
you can move, okay. You're not restricted to movement, okay, but you can move.
I'd probably lift myself up on my elbows. Um, I, I'll be all right.
Well, well,
Get out my face, cat.
you and he would say, well, at least you are moving. That's a good thing. These next two operations, I'm going to have to. They're going to be extreme, and I won't lie to you. They're going to hurt.
So far, everything's hurt.
Well, yeah, but you were asleep for those. These are going to require you to be awake. So, and
Okay.
I'm going to need for you to be talking throughout the whole time. So we're going, and he would bring in another doctor, okay, and says, this here is Doctor uh, um, Doctor Pluckett, Ivan Pluckett, why not? And he's gonna work on one of your eyes, okay? And he's going to enhance the blood flow to your eye. And so basically, what we're going to do is sit you into a chair. We're going to strap you down, strap your head down, and basically open you up from skull down. And he would show you a picture, okay, of
Jesus Christ, they want me to be awake for this?
yep.
I don't think I don't think a human would be capable of being awake while they have the back of their skull cut off, Alpha.
Yes, they are. They had them awake for this.
Jesus Christ, there's gonna be some killer ass morphine.
No, but yeah. They actually do numb them from the neck down. It's a very much local. Because what they do is they take they give them a very much local from the neck down, and it numbs the whole body downward.
Wait. So, are people being turned into deviants?
No,
Because that's
no,
what's happening here.
nope,
Okay.
nope.
Oh, I just tuned in, so all I hear is like someone's getting blood flow increased to their eyeball,
Yes. Okay.
and I'm like,
I
that
mean,
sounds
in a
like some
way,
deviant shit.
Go ahead.
what we decided?
Uh,
Question mark?
question mark. Yeah. But we're enhancing your body. Okay, we're not turning you into a deviant. We are enhancing your body. Okay.
Okay,
So
awesome.
so and brain surgery is you're awake for this. Okay. So and you and and the eye surgery is you're getting a local in your eye where you won't feel it. You'll see it. You won't feel it. Okay.
God, I just fucking imagine, dude. I can't touch my own eyeball, much less let someone else touch it.
Exactly.
Amber's fine, but for me, I could just
So
fucking come near my eyes.
so what they're going to do is and he explains the whole procedure and everything else, and 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 then he says he looks at your father, he gives a nod, and then he goes ahead and walks out the door. And your father looks at you and says, "Are you okay?"
I'll be okay.
Okay. So, and your father walks out, and so give you time to uh, um, process the information and everything else. And then I'm going to stop here for a moment. Okay, I'm going to go over to Hazel. Hazel.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, I'm going to catch you up on the fast level.
Okay, thank God.
Okay, so yesterday, okay,
Yeah.
you were at your home. 7:30 rolls around. You hit your
Mhm.
clock at 7:30. You took a shower. You ate something. Do you?
Yep.
I don't care. Go ahead. Mom's. Mom. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. So do you? Uh. Uh. uh what corporation do you work for, if any?
She was a former runner for, I think, uh, for like a Mexican cartel, I think.
Okay, that's fine. Then
So,
okay.
yeah.
So as you are doing your local drop off, okay, your drop off, you see Fear Corp Corporation, what looks to be exploding at the base, in the middle, at the top, and at the very top. As it's doing its explosions at the very top, you see like rings come off, what looks to be sound waves, but you don't hear any sound waves. Okay, in the explosions. Okay, and it does it two more times. Okay, and then two more rings pop off. Okay, you stop. Okay, what you're doing? you start taking a picture of it, okay? And then you realize you have someplace to go, and then you go on your merry way, okay? You meet your connections or whoever, and you drop off your little packages or whatever, and then you come back out and you start doing your running again, okay? But as
Yep.
you're doing your running and everything else, you start seeing people side the roads, in the street, on sidewalks, staring at Fairport with their phones out and recording. Okay, just standing there,
Mhm.
doing nothing, just recording a Fairport, and Fairport
Yeah.
is still doing that pulse, and then two pulse, and those rings are coming out and everything else.
Oh, geez.
So, give me a okay. So as you are continue doing your running and everything else, what would you like to do at this point in time?
I guess I'll probably I'll, um I mean maybe start looking around to see if like anyone else knows anything about what the hell's going on.
Okay, okay. Where where would you like to start looking?
Uh Start from where I'm standing and then move outward.
Okay, okay. So you are basically outside one of your drop off spots. Okay, pick anyone at random. Okay,
Yeah.
and then go from there.
Okay. So I'll start asking if people know what the hell's going on.
Okay, you ask a random stranger, and this particular person here is just standing there, has his phone out, and he's not responsive. He has his phone, and it just he looks like the Statue of Liberty, has his phone out, and is facing Fear Corp, and you basically you can see the very top of Fear Corp has an explosion, a ring comes out, and then two more what looks to be explosions, and then two more rings coming out and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So the guy's not responsive. Wait. Hmm. Let's uh assuming the guy hasn't like suddenly died standing up.
You can check to find out.
Okay. What would that be for a roll?
It would be intelligence and medical.
Okay. So yeah.
Okay, serious, I gotcha. No, it's uh, um, slash MM6, and then how much intelligence you have, plus how much medical you have.
Oh, it's I have 3 intelligence and 3 medicine.
Okay, so that'd be slash MM6.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. So, that'd be 2. Okay. As you put your hand to his heart, okay, it's beating. You, you, you can feel his heart beating. So you you can tell his heart's beating.
Hmm. Okay, that's good. At least I know he's alive.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Uh, okay, so the guy's alive. Can I snap my fingers in front of his face?
Yes, you
See
may.
if it grabs his attention?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, that's what I'll do. I would do that, but
Okay. So
yeah.
as you snap your fingers in front of his face, he still does not respond.
Does blocking his view of the phone do anything?
Are you going to attempt to do this?
Yes.
Okay. As you go ahead and put your hand over his eyes and stuff like that, he does not seem to stir or to move or to anything else. He just stands there.
What if I cover the screen of the phone? Does that change anything?
Okay. I'm assuming you go ahead and do this, correct?
Yes.
Okay. You go ahead and put your hand over the screen of the phone, and no, it has not changed anything. He's still standing there like the Statue of Liberty.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, it was more just is it a case of sight or is it from the phone itself? was more why I did that both ways.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, so at that point, it doesn't really look like anyone's really responding, so can I does it look like does it look like anyone would be especially um uh do they look like they'd be in danger? Like, is anyone stuck in an area where they would be in danger?
From what you can tell, all the cars are pulled over to the side, and car doors are open, and they're standing there with their arms up and taking pictures and stuff like that. Um, you don't hear any police sirens or any ambulances or any fire trucks. So it's like it's like it's the city's dead. Okay, it's quiet. Okay,
Okay.
okay, it's nothing like that. Uh, Give me a chance dice, please.
Yep. I think that would be chance dice.
Yes, that is chance dice, and you are correct. You
Yeah.
start hearing a tapping noise.
Oh boy.
Okay, just a regular tapping. Okay, and from what you can tell, it's coming down the road. Okay, about
Hmm.
a block away.
Okay. I'm going to try to carefully move towards it.
Okay, as you go ahead and start in that direction. Okay, the tapping grows a little bit louder. Okay, and you know as you start progressing that direction, it gets progressively louder and stuff like that, and uh 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 uh, on occasion you hear a dragging noise as well. So it's tap tap drag, tap tap drag, tap tap drag. So and it's rhythmic. So I mean it's not no on occasion, but no it's very rhythmic. So it happens, and it's continuing. Okay, and it does get louder and louder, and it's do you have danger sense?
No, I don't think I have danger sense. Let me check. Do I have danger sense? No, I do not. I do have tolerance for biology, so whatever I see, at least I'm not gonna get sick.
Okay, give me another comment, another chance dice, please.
Yeah. I mean, they work with medicine, so I figured tolerance for biology would be a smart idea.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, as you start hard to around the corner, you see this person. Okay, and a red and white black cane. Okay, and you see him tap tap drag tap tap drag tap tap drag, and he's just doing
Hmm.
this back and forth, back and forth.
So
And
he's pacing,
no,
kind of.
no. It's a red and white cane. Okay, and
Yeah.
he's tapping it on the ground and just walking.
Okay.
Okay, and he's going around the corner and just walking down the road.
Okay.
So, and that's the only person you see that's not affected by what's going on here because he's not the only one pointing up his camera up against the up against a food court looking like Statue of Liberty.
Hmm.
So, what would you like to do?
Uh, let's see here. Honestly, probably follow him because
Okay,
he seems to be the only person that isn't affected.
okay, okay.
Just try to see if he looks like he's approachable to talk to.
Are you going to approach him?
Yes.
Okay, okay. As you see him tap, he's tapping on the ground and every so often he hits a building and stuff like that, and he's just tapping along the ground, hits a building, and
Hmm.
so he then then he stops at this particular building, takes this particular cane, folds it up, okay, and then he starts padding. Uh, 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 the rail goes up the stairs, reaches in his pocket, okay, and puts in a key, opens the door, and he stops and turns and seems to turn to your direction. Says, "Yes, how can I help you?"
Well, I noticed that you um do you need any help? I noticed you have a cane.
No, I've been this way since about birth, but I do
Ah,
appreciate
okay.
your help. But I do not understand why you would ask now.
Well, there's something strange going on.
Well, you would have to explain strange, since you know now I can't see.
Yes. Uh, so there is this. There's this thing that seems to have people enraptured, like they're stuck in place, like how a statue feels, except they're flesh.
I don't know how to well help with that.
Yeah, and I know. I was less asking your help and more asking. You seem to be the only other person that isn't really affected, and I'm trying to figure if this is a visual thing or something else.
Well, as you can tell, I am not affected because, well, I am blind.
Yes, which is good because otherwise you'd be stuck in place like everybody else.
Mm, yes.
So I was wondering if I could potentially follow after you and see how far this whole thing affecting people goes, because I don't know the range of effect. or what's causing it.
Hmm. So following a blind person seems to work.
I mean, you're literally the only person that isn't stuck.
Hmm. Would you like to come in for some tea?
Sure.
Okay. And he would pull the door open and stand there and wait till you basically walk in.
Yeah, she will do that.
Okay. And I will hold off on you. Serious.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Last we left you. Let's see. You were where now?
I was in the park, and with Eldritch's assistance, I was getting some of the frozen people into the hollow where where they could not be affected, or could not be taken, really.
Okay. So Eldritch took a beeline somewhere else. I don't know. But so
Yeah.
you were go ahead and grabbing the people and putting them into a hollow. Is that correct?
Yeah, and since there are now legions of those fucking droids everywhere, they're going to be putting them into the hollow because I do have the physical capability, but I would rather not because it takes my willpower to actually do that.
Okay.
Right,
So
so.
yep. So what would you like to do now?
Let's see. I just have to ask, the blind man wasn't affected by the thing?
Nope. He was not affected.
Then how was I?
You have eyes.
Jade is blind.
How is she moving?
How is she moving? Jade has different senses compared to others. She cannot see things visually.
But
She can see magic. She can see that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And echolocation. So you're saying there's an auditory component.
Hey, stop.
I'm just trying to figure out how it whammied her. That's all.
Yeah. Don't fuck my story, damn it.
Jade does this to a lot of people. I mean, Jade is blind. Just remember this. Uh, she just has a bunch of different senses to compensate for it, like prime sight, all the magic sites, the echolocation sites, that type of stuff, and it works. But I digress. Moving on. Anyways, what is she doing? Anyway, so I guess what she's going to be doing is keep cleaning out the park until she starts, and then she's going to start moving from going to start organizing the droids to go from building to building, see if they can find others and others that are frozen, and try to do the same. And once her hollow is filled, she's going to start having them take them into the bunkers below,
Okay.
and not the gray bunker, like the protected bunkers.
Okay.
Some of the bigger, like super droids that Grim has made, are going to be standing guard at the entrance to all these bunkers, several of them at once.
Okay.
And shit. So Jade's trying to organize all this, but as now while she's doing this, I guess she's also going to be keeping an eye out for anything stupid, if you catch my meaning.
Yes, I understand.
Anything unusual.
Mm-hmm.
That's the wording.
Yep, that's the word. So, as you are go ahead and doing this and everything else, uh, mm, and yep, okay. You you are getting indications of uh, um, the Fear Corp building. Okay, the top part of this particular tower. It's fine. Leave it alone. It's okay. The top part of the tower is still doing one blink, then the rings, two blink, then the rings. Okay,
Okay.
and so as the legions of bots are taking them up and taking them to locations and everything else, and you are basically directing the bots to taking them to the lower bunkers, and the bigger bots to protect the citizens of Umbra and the Gray and everything else. You start hearing vehicles. Okay, and not just one vehicle, multiple vehicles. Okay, what seems to be, maybe, you know, uh, um, s- give me, give me a perception check. Okay, got a 4. Okay, and you had heard these particular vehicles before. Okay, they're armored side panels. Okay, and only you know of 2 people that use these particular vehicles: the Gray and Veerport.
Okay.
And you have not heard Doc give the word to bring those out yet. Because the only time you bring those out is if you're doing an op. You aren't under any orders to do an op. You're just under orders to save the people. And you have to have enough bots out here to say you had to have pretty much the whole the whole inventory of the bots to basically save the whole city just to save the citizens. Okay, so you you are under you're under the impression it's true for, and the
Okay.
only time they bring those out is to start shit.
Well, if they're going to start shit, and the shit's what they're going to be getting. So, first things first. How far off are these sounds?
From what they're probably about 4 miles out.
Okay. All right. So first thing I'm going to have to be doing is getting some of the bone droids into several positions for like ambush tactics and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Send out a warning to any Gray member that is able to get it. And now that I realize I'm the only Gray member here, motherfucker. Okay, especially sending it to Doc then.
Mm-hmm.
I have also been keeping an eye on the reports, and I've been going through, and I remembered something that everybody else forgot.
Yes.
Long time ago, when I first started, I gave you guys access to a Promethean aircraft.
Okay.
He is going to be called on standby for air support
Mm-hmm.
because he is literally a part of the Gray. He cooperated, and they talked him down from actually doing anything stupid.
Okay.
But granted, he's still a German superior, like a pompous German dickhead, so that's normal. Anyways, and after that, The only other thing I can think of doing is sending a decent chunk of the droids to cover the entrances of the Fear Court building. And primarily the garages. Those guys are either to completely take out these vehicles while they're coming out, or if any are missed and they are returning, just make it so that they can't move. They are not to destroy the vehicle itself at that point, because there will be people inside, people that are not Fear Corp. See what I'm getting at?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, right now I am. Why am I always? I feel like I'm playing a ruse right now. Have you ever seen that game?
No.
It is a World War II RTS. It's like Command and Conquer. If you know what that is.
No.
Basically, you get a bunch of units, you order them around to take objectives, and it's basically large-scale warfare, and you're controlling entire divisions of armies.
Okay.
Yep.
So.
The only other thing I can think of is to activate her shadow self
Mm-hmm.
and have her shadow self start setting up some booby traps.
Okay.
And that's all I can think of right now, because, my God, I do not care what they're trying to do. Shit ain't happening.
As these trucks here are moving towards you and stuff like that, you start, you know, one truck, as you can see, 3 miles down. Okay, and one truck lifts up the top end, and then out comes what looks to be a long, slender. You assume it's something long and slender. Okay, not sure exactly what it is. And then you start seeing flashes. And then you start hearing a sound. And then you realize, oh shit, it's a friggin' Vulcan.
6. This is fine. Yeah, but yes, oh shit, please continue.
Okay, and then you start seeing puffs of dirt start hitting the ground and everything else. Okay, and how would you like to respond?
Very simple. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. Here's where it's going to get fun. All right. Gotta pull this back up because I had to look this shit up.
Go ahead.
That is the wrong room. All right, here we go. Now, your biggest mistake is that you use this against a Fae. Critical success on a thing called Dance of the Toys. Both the gun and the vehicle are now under my control.
Okay. So how would
My
you...
with the vehicle under my control, I'm having the vehicle turn itself completely around, make it so that the people inside cannot fire or even escape, and start opening up on their own people.
Okay. So you have full control of the car. So what would you like to do with the car or this heavy panel?
Now, this is where things are going to get fun. I have spent 2 glamour, was it, for this?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, 2 glamour. And by spending a singular willpower, I have to now give it a name. And this particular one's name is Smoothbore.
Okay.
With this name, as long as I know its name, it is now considered a contact for me.
Okay.
It is Mine. It is now autonomous and only obeys me. And now I can rinse and repeat.
Okay.
So, where's the next closest one?
The next closest one is going to be about 6 miles away.
Fuck.
Also, I had to do that in Umbra OOC.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's okay. You're fine, honey.
But you do, but you did not. Did you actually expect I would do that though?
Wasn't worried about it. Go ahead.
Fair. All right. So now that the people are trapped on the inside, let's see. What can I do there that would be fucked? Because you know how I feel about fear. What do I got here? That, Dance of Toys, Shared Burden, Boona the Scuttling Spider, 7 League Leap, Fields of... Ooh, that'd be mean. No. No. Okay, there's not really much I can do. Besides, now, these vehicles are airtight, correct?
In a sense, well, they're yeah, why not?
Cool. I'm sucking all the air out using the vehicle's own environmental and systems.
Okay.
Now, are there cameras in the vehicle?
There are cameras for each person in the vehicle. Yes.
All right, then I'm going to have to do MM179 again. 2 more glamour. I am attaching it to one of the cameras and seeing what's going on the inside.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to do?
Now, I'm going to be watching what's going on the inside to make sure, one, I'm not fucking up and these are not innocents. While the air is being sucked out, I can always just turn it back around. And then I am just going to let the events unfold as is. After. What is it? I keep forgetting to write this one down. Changeling the Lost. Helldiver. Okay, Dexterity Occult. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 11. Okay. Instantaneous hell dive into the worlds between.
Okay.
So I'm basically now in between the material world and the spirit world. But I can see everything in the material.
Okay. So I'm going to hold off on you for a little bit. Back to Rhinoster.
Alex just joined.
Alex, hello, buddy. Okay. Rhinoster.
Give me a second, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, give me a moment also. Let me get some drink real quick. Okay, talk among yourselves.
I don't really have anything on what to talk about because I have no idea.
Yeah. You're saying you kind of low-key want to be a changeling now? Changelings
Yes.
are really fun as long as you can figure out how to manipulate the world.
Yeah, that's the only problem is my own thinking is really rigid.
That's fine, because believe it or not, the laws of the changeling stuff are rigid.
No.
Because the best way to describe how changelings operate is they are given contracts or very specific sets of rules. So for like Dance of Toys, that can only be done to objects.
Okay.
It can and it can specific objects, and they cannot do anything that they were not designed to do.
Okay. So you have to. Okay, so you have to work within what's already there, essentially.
Yeah. So Doc gave me something that was horrifying because I have a chain gun on a mobile platform that can suck the air out and kill everybody inside.
Yep. Fair enough.
Yep, there are a
So
lot of things.
It's still within the bounds given.
Right.
Okay.
Then the only other difference is what you heard my dive is I can literally dive between realities.
Okay.
And that's a specific changeling type. It's called a hell diver.
I know I have the book. It didn't really click for me how much of the stuff was actually used. Like I have the second edition book. And I've read over it like a dozen times. It just didn't fully click, you know?
Until you saw this.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything with the changeling is how you use it. Mages are the same way, except this is where things get funky wonky. Mages can't do anything with my magic. I am a
Nice.
type of magic they can't control.
That is pretty damn cool.
The only thing that can actually control that magic is me, the dice, and cold iron.
Yes. That is pretty damn cool. I think I kind of want Hazel to end up a changeling if she doesn't end up a deviant from this crazy shit.
That's fair. Anyways, Vince, how was work?
It was long and boring.
Yeah, I get it.
I spent the whole day exhausted.
Oof, that always sucks.
Okay, gentlemen and lady.
Hey, welcome back.
Thank you.
Hello there, Rave Dilf. Doc, why do you sound annoyed?
I'm not.
Are you now? Because I'm trying to do it.
No.
Damn it. Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
Where the hell is Rhinosaur?
He said he would be back.
Okay. That's not a problem.
Shit, I just realized something I did there that was a mistake. Fuck. And it's because of my own kindness that's fucking me over. God damn it.
And that would
Anyways,
be?
carry on. Well, it's someone else's turn, but I already ordered the bone droids to surround and prepare to take out the trucks as they leave that building or go back. Something else I should have done, which is probably what I'm going to be doing next, is getting drones, like aerial drones and that, to follow as many of the vehicles as they can. But the biggest problem is Vince. I completely forgot about it.
And the fact that I'll definitely die when you bomb the building.
No, that's not the issue.
I feel like
It's
it
your.
should.
I know I shouldn't be saying this, but it's your ability that you have selected. A lot of these things operate on radio waves.
Yeah.
Or AI, but they communicate with each other through radio, so bleh.
Oh, I'm very good at AI, actually.
There's another mistake I have made in miscalculation.
Specialty in it.
Well, at least our AI is actually sentient, and it's actually a living thing.
No. That will. Yeah. That's interesting. I mean, it's not like I'd murder it. He's not evil. I might like steal the code, but you know, that's its own thing.
Mm-hmm. You'll find out. Well, okay. Nope, okay. Vincent,
Yes.
as you are working in your office and getting to seeing that there is something on tip of your tongue you really just can't get, your I don't want to say your danger sense or whatever comes to fruition or to mind or whatever. Something
Something just feels off.
yeah, something was off.
Hmm.
And I mean shifts, by the way, sorry. And you start to hear commands. Yes, sir. No, sir. But it's not human voices. It's more on the robotic side.
Can I make out what they're saying, or is it just like
Uh,
random snippets?
give me a 10 size.
Say that one more time.
Give me a 10 size.
Okay.
No. The only words you hear is yes, sir, no, sir.
I guess I'll ask. I do have an assistant. I'll ask her if she can hear anything.
She looked at you and said, she's not getting anything.
I guess I wonder if I can have them like requisition a radio.
Uh, you, uh, um, you asked the boss if he can requisition radio, and he did. Sure, I guess. What station will listen to?
I have an experiment I want to do involving certain frequencies.
Okay. And inventory brings up a radio from downstairs, and they put it down the table. It says, "Sign here, please."
I'll sign and oh, the vacuum. I'll sign and take it.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, I want to see if what I'm hearing is like a radio broadcast. So I guess I'll move through a bunch of different frequencies and see if I pick anything up.
Okay. As you start, move to the frequencies and stuff like that, you get like ham radio operators and stuff like that. You get um one good signal. What's going on in Umbra? Somebody said about people standing still. What is going on over there? I haven't heard from Betty Lou in a week. What the hell's going on over there? And then it cuts off.
Okay, that's interesting. Different than the robot voices, though.
Yeah.
Oh, so not radio. Hmm. I don't know. I guess I'm just hallucinating. It's weird to just be hearing voices. As I move around, is there any difference in them? Are they like louder in some places? Are they coming from somewhere?
Uh, as you start now, how you moving around? Give me
I guess I'll make a circuit of the floor.
circle of the floor. Okay.
Hmm.
As you start, you know, I'll come to you in a moment, Ryan. So hang on, buddy. As you start, moving around your fort, and this here, I gotta roll this myself. Hang on. I'll put it before I eating again. As you start moving around your office and everything else, and in the northeast corner of your office, you hear black panel van stop, and then yes, sir. And it wasn't a human's voice. It was more of a mm, more of a computer voice.
Okay, so I guess. So I'm hearing it specifically from like the northwest.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. Northeast corner.
Oh, sorry, northeast. Uh, does elevation change it at all? Like if I go down a flight of stairs, which I guess I'll do.
Mm, it doesn't change the pitch or the tone. Just it's still in that northeast corner.
Hmm. Okay, interesting. I think for now I'll just try and listen, see what I can get from it.
Okay. Give me a chance dice. Okay. I'm gonna hold you there. Rhinocer.
I'm gonna go have dinner, but I'll be back.
Okay, buddy. That's fine.
Yep.
Okay. Your your dad comes in, and he looks at you and says, "Okay, are you ready?"
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm ready.
And he would say, would bring you a wheelchair. And he says, "Okay, here we go." And oh my goodness, that feels so good. Please cool down on PC. You fucker, you went up, bitch. Um. So as as you hop into the wheelchair, and he will wheel you on out. You see doctors. You see Doctor Ivan at the head of this particular chair, and then you see other nurses and orderlies, stuff like that. You see the uh, anesthesiologist there. Excuse me, and then two nurses would come by, and they would help you up and cover your back. They put a blanket on the chair because it's cold, and then they would ease you into the chair, and then they will proceed to buckle your legs, buckle your arms, start buckling up your stomach and then your chest, and then they will push your head back into this brace where your head goes, and they put in a chin strap. Okay, it's loose enough for you to talk, and then a head strap. Okay, and then the side clamps will start coming in nice and easy. Okay, and then I can say, can you move your head any at all? And you go ahead and try to move your head side to side, forward, backwards, and nothing. Okay, and the anesthesiologist says, okay, he will come around the front and says, okay, I'm gonna give you a shot at the base at the base of your neck, and it's gonna feel kind of weird, but it's gonna basically numb your whole body down. Okay, but that's normal. It's gonna be okay. But on the from your head up, okay, you'll be able to talk, see, and everything else. But we're going to also numb your eye. So this is going to be a very weird sensation for you. So don't freak out, okay? Which you're going to freak out anyhow, and I do understand this. So as he goes around back, you feel his hand on your neck, okay, and your back, and he says, "Okay, honey, here we go," and you feel a little prick on your back, and then you start feeling fluid, and then you start getting nervous, so your finger would start tapping, okay, and then your leg, okay, would start, get kind of jittery and stuff like that, and then, okay, as soon as your finger starts tapping, you stop, okay, and then you will will it to move, and then you say, move, you think it out loud, move, 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 and then it will move, and your leg, you notice your fingers stop moving, but you didn't notice your leg stop moving as well. And it's like, wait, wasn't? Oh no! Oh wow! This is weird. And it says he's right. This is kind of weird. So, as like the doctor said, okay. So, as they start, then says, okay, sweetie, here we go. They start doing, I start doing pinches along your head, about about 8 of them, 8 pokes, and it'll start to spread from the back of your head all the way forward to about the side of your face. Okay, and it's numb. It's like Novocaine, but a little bit more on steroids. Okay, and they start and you start feeling pressure back there and everything else. Hey, sweetie, talk to us. How do you feel?
Nothing.
Well, I know you don't feel anything, but how do you feel?
Tired.
Tired? That's the answer we need to know. Okay, so they start cutting up, cutting the back end, and then all of a sudden you hear your
That gives me memories of the dentist and the smell of burnt tooth.
and they start taking the back plate of the brain, okay, right off, and then right near the where the cords meet of the eye, okay, and then take that plate and put it into a solution of alcohol, and then doctor would start coming in, and start working on it. Okay, you're going, you won't be able to see a thing yet. When we're working on your eye, okay, we're working back here behind your brain, okay, and these little tubes, okay. So what we're going to do is going to increase the blood flow. So hang on a moment, okay, and true to his word, you go blind, you can't see anything, but you can hear everything that's going on. So as it is, okay, and you can feel, okay, what's going on, because every time you touches the nerve, you feel your eye go twitch a little bit, okay, and it keeps on going, okay, and but for some reason it's both eyes, not this one, but both, and this is weird because remember the researching is doing for both, but you remember the researching is doing for one, but you don't pay attention. So I mean, but you read what you read, and that's about it. So as and the doctor says, "Okay, how you doing? I know you can't see right now, but hey, we're still working back here, so we haven't left you alone."
I'm blind. Give me a second.
Okay.
No, I was making dinner.
Oh,
Oh. Give me a second.
yep. Go ahead. Take your time. Hey, Graham. We all good?
The sound of
Yeah, I'm good. I'm
silence.
just playing my game.
Okay. Ryan's trying to see if I'm making his food. Oh, excuse me. Yep. Yeah, then go ahead. Hazel. Hazel.
I think she said be right back as well.
Okay.
Give me a sec.
I was wrong.
Just pass over me for a second. I'm currently switching laundry and stuff.
Okay, honey. No problem.
Okay, sorry.
No problem, dude.
3 times on each side, Garrett. 3 times on each side.
3 times.
Fuck you. He's using a honing stone to sharpen the butcher knife.
Ah, okay. No
We're
problem.
trying to get into meal prep, and we ran out of prepped chicken, so he has to make some chicken tonight for lunch tomorrow. So he has it, and I'll get home tomorrow and help him make the rest of it.
Ah, okay. Understandable. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep. As you are, as the Dr. Ivan tells you, he says that yes, he understands that you're still blind, but he wants to know how are you holding up still.
Tired and blind.
Yes, he knows. But okay, that's his spirits are still up there. That's fine. So, as
I saw it.
also, Moser.
I'm listening, Alpha.
Okay. So, as he is back there working on those particular nerves and everything else, you start uh, um, uh, feeling your eyes start to tingle a little bit, and and the uh, they don't hurt and they don't itch. They just they feel weird. Okay, and then it's just it, 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 it's a strange feeling like oh more to the essence of excess water. Yeah, that works. Excess water, and you get like tears coming down the sides and stuff like that, which is fine. I mean, the nurses go over there and dot your they take some soft tissues and dot your eyes and says, Amber, are you crying up there?
Currently, not from pain.
Ah, okay. That's what I want to know. Thank you.
Yes.
And the Dr. Ivan says, okay, and we're done. Okay, and what you hear that, and he says, keep your eyes closed, Amber. Okay, we don't want you to open up yet, just yet. Okay, and you start feeling the nurses put gauze over your eyes and start and just hold them there as the doctors and the nurses start suturing you up. Okay, you hear in the background a little.
Sorry about the background noise.
Oh, that's fine. You're good. And start repositioning your skull that back into your head, and they start scissoring. Okay, your 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 skull back and anything else, and then rescissoring back up, and then every so often you hear a screw placement, and then three more on the other side. Mm, 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 mm. That's one. And then he says, ah, that looks beautiful. Okay, and take the skin and start to stretch it back down, and then start soothing it back up and everything else, and then they start taking staples and just start popping it back down, and then take and then you hear move it forward a little bit, and you hear the head machine go click click, and then your whole head move forward a little bit, and to expose your neck more, and it would the nurses would start to staple your neck, okay, a good about maybe an inch, and then bring the other staples down to meet the other staples, and then they would bring your head back up to a nice straight line. Okay, so go ahead and unstrap her, and then unstrap her head, and then you go ahead and take her to her bed. As soon as they start to unstrap your legs and your thighs, and then your stomach and chest and the arms, and then your head, okay, somebody would come behind you and grab your head, because as soon as they unstrapped your head, okay, you had no control. You were like basically a baby, okay, no head control, okay, with this, because your body from your neck down had no muscle control, no nothing. And your father was giggling at this because you didn't look like a baby. And he came over and says, "So, my darling little baby, how do you feel?" And so, how would you like to respond to that?
Um. Uh. He's laughing at me, and I kind of want to respond to be a bitch about it. Character in the game. What did he say again? I lost my train of thought. My mind just went blank.
So it's fine. So he says, "So, my darling little baby, how do you feel?"
I feel like I got hit by a train.
Mm, yes, that would do it. But and he knows that touching you on your hand or anything else like that, you would never feel it. So he would go up to your head and near your forehead and says, "Yes, my girl, you did a wonderful job today. So very, very wonderful job. Just one more thing, but you have got to, well, you got to be see, you got to see to do this one as well. So you have one more day."
Okay.
So, and I will go ahead and leave.
One day, you promise?
Yes, one more day, I promise.
Okay.
And then I will leave you here right now. Ah,
Mm.
and see. See, Hazel.
Before
I'm
you
here.
continue,
Yes.
Alpha, is that day tomorrow or will it happen again today? Because I'm about to have to get ready for work, so I need to know when I need to be back.
No, go ahead and go get ready for work.
Okay. Sounds good.
Hazel. Okay.
Yeah.
So, you are near one of your jobs. No, you're not. You inside this random blind person's house, and you have a key.
Yeah.
And you see him. He's slowly moving around his house. He gets water just fine. He goes to the stove, turns it on, sits there and puts a pot on. Okay, and then he like shuffles over to the chair, pulls the chairs out, and sits down and says, "So,
Uh, Miss Miss Baker.
Miss Baker, my name is Samuel."
Nice to meet you.
Well, thank you. So, how can I help you? I mean, I'm just a normal, everyday blind person. I work at a pet shop, and I really can't do anything. I mean, except avoid all these people. But until then, I'm just a normal blind person.
I mean, have you ever heard
What's
anything
that?
like this?
Go ahead.
Have you ever heard of anything like this happening in the in Umber?
To be honest with you, no, I haven't heard anything like this at all.
Because the people seem kind of obvious, so I'm wondering if the people are. i- Is there something off about this place?
About what place? My house?
And I just meant the city in general.
Oh, in the city in general, I couldn't tell you, hon. It's a city to me. I've been living here for quite a while.
Okay. Right. Hmm. In that case, then, it doesn't strike me as a usual occurrence. Not exactly sure what to think of it.
Again, I really don't know how to help you.
Do you know of anywhere that I could like tell someone, like a law enforcement or something? Or maybe not law
Mm,
enforcement, but someone.
well, let me see. I may know someone offhand.
Okay.
Okay, let me find out if I can, find out. And he would grab his phone and he would go through his blind app and he starts doing numbers starts randomly had this thing start calling out start speaking out names really fast and everything else and you, you hear a person called Adrian Skywoods and okay and he's yes okay and he, uh um it would say calling Adrian Skywoods, and he would put the phone up to his ear, and uh, um, the phone he says, "Adrian, how can I help you?" Hey, Adrian. Yeah. What did I name this person? I forgot. Anybody remind me what I named him?
Jebediah Lawson.
Ah,
Honestly, I can't remember.
okay, Brian. Good. Hey, Adrian, this is Brian. Oh, hi, Brian. Yeah, I have a individual here that needs help. Okay. Can I send one of my people over to help? I would prefer that. Okay, no problem. Thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye. So, I talked to Adrian. He's a really good person. He's gonna send one of these people over here to help. So, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Uh. Yeah.
But that?
What are you chewing on, dog?
Yeah.
Jade.
Yes.
You get a call from Adrian.
Okay, she picks up the. Well, she answers the headset. So, what's up? I'm a little busy organizing here.
Oh, well then. Okay, never mind.
No, really, no. What's up? Tell me.
I need for you to go over to Brian's house and go pick up somebody for me.
Brian, who's Brian?
Oh shit, that's right. You don't know Brian. He's
Just tell me where to go.
go to the south side. Okay, near the downtown south side, far south side, and just uh here. There's the address.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I'm really glad Vic made this 3D pop out thing. It's always helpful. Anyways, do I have to worry about breaking someone's brain?
Just do it on the outside and just knock on the door.
No, I was just asking so I know if I have to wear the beret and get the whole scarf shindig going.
You may have to.
Okay, thank you.
You're
With
welcome.
that, she hits the thing and now orders the drones to follow those vans.
Okay.
Which you know how important that is.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, what does the cam footage look like inside of that armored truck? I gotta know now.
Uh,
Are they dead?
they're basically they're grabbing at the windows and trying to open the doors and they're trying to push open the turret to leap and they're trying everything to basically open the door and towards basically at the end of it they're shooting uh, 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 everything and basically nothing's happening.
Okay.
And one of them shoots himself, and the other one just basically just succumbs to the suffocation and passes out.
There's a slight smile on her face. She looks at one of the bone droids. The truck's gonna open. Clean it up. And with that, she's going to give the order to the vehicle, now known as Smoothbore, to meet well, do exactly what we were doing. And if they come across any other Fear Corps people, mow them down. Just make sure you don't hit civilians. And with that, Jade is going to get on her beret, hide the ears in the beret, use the tail goes around her neck so it looks like that big old white fluffy scarf ordeal. Still wearing that white business suit deal. You know what it looks like.
Yep.
And hollow hops just into the alleyway next to the building,
Okay.
if there is one.
Yep.
And then makes her way to the front door and starts knocking on it.
Okay. Brian would get up. Okay, and slowly go to the front of the door and say hello.
Yes, Adrianson?
Ah, yes, Adrian's friend. Please come in.
Jade comes on inside.
Uh,
Slight smile on her face.
would you want some tea?
No, this time around, no, thank you. There's quite a bit going out there, as you know.
Oh, okay, I do understand. So please follow me, and you see Brian, basically, shuffle on the way to the kitchen. This is, you know what? I didn't. Yes, I did. This is Miss Baker.
Jade, Jade looks at her, foggy white eyes, smiles, and gives her a light bow. My name is Jade. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Baker.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well. There's a
Need
bunch
an
of
image.
people. What?
I'm gonna send you an image in DM because I always do this because, well, I'm prideful. I purchased this years ago.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So
Well,
just
how is
so
Jade evil?
oh,
I-
she literally watched people kill themselves inside the car and smiled.
Fair enough.
Here you go. That's her.
Let's see
But
here.
she's wearing a beret and has a big old white fluffy thing around her neck, so you don't really see any of the weird stuff.
Okay. Give me a few
Okay.
minutes, guys, and I'll be right back.
All right.
Alright.
Hi, Timo. Hi, Alex. Hi, Zach. Hi,
Hello
DJ.
there. Hi. I thought of I don't know why, but I thought of an interesting idea early, like 5 minutes ago. And if I end up having to do it, I would have to basically, it'd be very stupid if it worked and I was able to do it, but it'd also be absolutely hilarious.
So the question is, would you still be with me right now, or did you,
Yes,
or as
I would
Doc say, he
probably
went?
I probably haven't left your side since
All
this
right.
started, depending on how
That
much time
is
has passed.
that is fair. And just so you know, I now remote control a Fear Corp armored truck with my brain.
Good to
Hello,
know.
humanoids.
Good to know.
Oh.
My
Yep.
plan,
Hello,
Sirius,
Alex.
if I have to, I will.
Mhm.
Eldritch will end up turning his house into. You remember the movie Monster House, right?
Oh, fuck off.
The movie Monster House? Is that about the house where the kids
Where the
get
lady
stuck in there
possesses.
and the thing?
Yeah, like where the house
I
is like
remember
evil.
that.
Yeah, I plan on doing that. Or have any of you watched Black Clover?
I have
Yes, I
not
watched
seen
both.
I
Okay,
have not.
so with Black Clover, you know how they had the dude who could turn the house into the Megazord.
Oh my god.
I have
God.
enough rooms and enough space to probably make one that's as big as the tower.
You don't need to do that because I remembered something that I completely forgot about last night, Zach. TJ will remember this if you'd like to pop in about this. TJ, do you by chance remember the satellite that you brought to Earth because a 4 nuclear reactor powered laser cannon is not supposed to be in space?
Yeah.
Yep, and yep, enough said. Yes, halfway through. Just so you know, Grim gave me the green light to use it on the Fear Court building.
In all actuality, I will say this though. Technically, that weapon being in space, the Grey has violated several international laws.
Oh, I know. But the thing is, the Grey is its own city-state at this point, and they have not signed any of those contracts or anything.
Oh no, that's like a national, like normal.
Oh, if they
world
join NATO,
thing.
then yes, that is a thing. Never mind. Like, I think... Yeah, but no, it hasn't even gone back up. So what I'm going to probably do
If
is...
it wasn't nuclear, it would be allowed. You cannot have most forms of weapons like biological, nuclear, or anything like that. Technically, we could launch you know how like there's a video game where they launch gigantic metal pikes down into the ground.
Oh
from
yeah,
space?
that was actually in the G.I. Joe movie, and TJ says no weapons in space. Period. Pretty much. Rod from God. Yep, exactly.
Well then,
Yeah, but I was actually talking to Reinister about it. He's a nuclear physicist nut job. He loves nukes for nuclear power, and he literally said that laser was actually
Technically,
surprisingly light.
we don't even need a satellite to do the whole rod from God thing. I could just teleport a tungsten rod into space and let it fall into freaking.
Yeah, I know, but I have a computer. Well, I still technically. I completely forgot about that too. I have the supply drop system left over from the Soviet era.
We could just use the fucking rail gun that's on the fucking helicarrier to launch a fucking tungsten rod into orbit and let it drop down.
Yeah.
Yeah, the problem there
The
though is there
launching
is
it is the problem. The launching it becomes the problem. You spend a lot of energy to launch it. But you're a mage. You don't have to. You got matter
yeah.
and space magic. You can quite literally reach out into orbit, which is not really that far away,
Yeah.
form the rod, and drop it anywhere you want on the planet. You could literally tie its fate to wherever you want it to fall, and it'll always fall there, no matter what they do.
Yeah, the biggest issue with it though, at this point, it's the it's the impact, the kinetic force. It actually will destroy more than what you want it to.
Well, then
by a lot.
we would being a scientist and being a fucking big brain boy, I could probably figure out how much weight would be needed to just topple that building and only that building only.
The only problem is
But
that
yeah.
building's. If you guys are still sticking with what was being done before, that building is a pocket dimension. Blowing up the
Well,
building
are you
does.
coming back? Are you coming back to fucking make that solid
No.
so we can fucking end this?
No. I conferred all of my opinions long ago. The people who are in this room are very well aware of my thought process on what that building is.
Okay.
And
Yep.
nobody argues.
Everyone I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yes, we
Okay.
know it's a fucking maze.
Alex just
No, it's a
posted the rod from
it would
God.
have to be a pocket dimension. Like, it's too big on the inside to fit in the space that it's in.
Odin's oddly appropriate because it is throwing a giant metal spear.
But that is up to you guys, not me.
Yet again,
I just don't think they'd be fool enough to leave it not a pocket dimension when they've got access to the most powerful mages on the planet.
The
So,
TARDIS situation where they only use magic to make it bigger on the inside.
but that in itself is a pocket dimension.
Thing is this though, is that technically by destroying the shell, this is like a bag of holding situation, by destroying the shell, everything explodes outwards.
According to the magic of World of Darkness, the way it would end up having to work, if you make it that way, is that it's a pocket dimension, and the building is the aperture. So if you destroy the aperture, yes, it causes them a minutia of problem. But whoever the mage is who built it can easily just pop a new aperture into place, and it can be anywhere, literally any door on anywhere in the planet. They just have been choosing to leave it in Umber because trying to get it outside of Umbra would be difficult. I mean, magic-wise, because Umbra in and of itself is kind of fucky-wucky.
Yeah. Either way, it's nice hearing your voice.
I only had to pop off with that because it's Fear Corp. Come on, guys.
Miss you, brother.
To die.
Oh, yeah.
We're finally doing the one thing I've been wanting to do for so long, and is kill this thing.
No, the thing, and also,
Fear Corp?
TJ, you're gonna like
Good
this.
luck.
He can walk in the sun now.
Cool.
Oh,
Feeling Fear Corp? Don't think it's going to play out the way you guys want it to, but to you.
We are either going to kill this thing no problem, or at least half of us are going to die.
You still have Tommy's plan. That plan still exists.
I have no idea what that plan is, so I'm not going to acknowledge it.
Well, that's why we're trying to fucking like if you're gonna do your whole grand
The grand
Tommy,
plan.
yeah, now is a better chance than any if you want to fully fucking.
The only problem is that Tommy is part of a twosome, and that twosome has her own opinion, and her opinion is very valid, and that is that, yeah, I'm sure you guys are making progress, but the gray without an enemy is a problem. Point blank.
Oh no, yeah, in all honesty, I see in this universe's timeline, if Fear Corp gets destroyed, we will go on a spiral to the point where we just end up being like the world's government.
Or you fall apart because you have
That's
nothing to
true.
do because automation takes over your life.
Yep.
That is the future that Tommy and Chi foresaw. And it wasn't us that really did that, bro, just so you know. It was every storyteller that was here.
I feel
That was
so
that's the
lost.
future we see. I know, it's very confusing. I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so
I'm
sorry.
just chilling here, and all of a sudden I'm here.
What me and Doc are basically just doing is basically doing a soft reset.
A soft
Uh,
reset.
Okay.
So how many of us are gonna die today or during this?
Probably most of you. If it's a soft reset, probably most of you.
Eldritch just
I
So
just
just
is it
made
used.
today or is it this whole event?
It's this whole
If it's
week.
the
This
whole
The
entire
event,
week.
whole it's the whole event.
okay.
this
Okay.
character. Damn it.
Oh no 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 no
No,
no! You're
no.
part of the reset. You'll be fine. You just made this character. You're okay.
You're
So it's like
more
this.
or
There's
less
older
there.
characters and there's newer characters, and even some of us older players have newer characters or had
Yep.
newer characters. It's confusing, but basically the older characters for a long while now have been ready to be retired or getting really 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 close.
Yep.
So that's what they're trying to do, which makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay,
How they
that
do it is up
makes
to them.
yeah.
Yeah.
After
They're
this,
trying to
okay.
retire a bunch of characters.
yeah, there's quite a few of
Fair
us
enough.
that
Tie off
will.
loose ends, finish stories. Yeah, it's a good play. It makes sense. It's
Eldritch
practical.
Yeah.
has
Okay.
Eldritch's story has practically ended. So most likely, if I
We're
can
and
get it,
we're trying to keep the setting, so we're gonna do the whole. We're gonna do a time jump, but it's
If
gonna.
you think I'm retiring Jade, y'all got another fucking thing coming.
Oh, yeah. You see, you're gonna run into some issues,
Yeah, there's gonna be
yeah,
and
issues, but
yeah, because half
there's
of
a
us,
wedding coming up that still has not happened, and we fully intend. I fully intend. She seems to fully intend to play it out. It has not happened yet, so that
yeah,
I hope you've taken that into account because she will like. She has been a rock on the server, even when she's not been playing and has almost no interest in playing, and you'll lose her completely. You already almost lost her with rule number 9.
I don't even know what's
No,
going on.
and if you want me to retire Jade, you're gonna lose me. Because I literally have not been able to finish her story or Sirius's story. Sirius is almost done. Jade hasn't been able to
I
I
can
haven't touched her.
I can retire all my characters right now if I really wanted to. But it's not a big deal. Other than the wedding has to take place, I want that to happen for Tommy.
There's only one thing there's only
Victor can stay stuck indefinitely. It doesn't really matter. I
yeah,
would like him to get. He will get out eventually on his own
yeah,
because that's just
it's Victor.
what'll end up
all it
happening.
takes is Fuku to fucking pop up, grab him, fucking suck him back to where fucking.
That would be a shadow step into a pocket dimension. I don't know if that's even possible.
No, well, the shadow dimension's connected, isn't it?
Attached. Well, it exists as part of the spirit world, and a pocket dimension has its own spirit world or no spirit world at all.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yes, tricky,
yeah,
tricky. There's probably a
yeah,
door somewhere, because there usually is. But
yeah.
can you find
Eldritch
that door?
usually has two probable, most desirable solutions for him, in my opinion. One of them is that he dies in a heroic way, hopefully, or two, he ends up ascending to godhood since he created his weird cult that started spreading throughout the world.
Or 3, he starts a daycare. We need one in the gray.
You know, and I hate to say this because it's going to sound really dickish, but it would be really funny to me if this all goes down. You kill Fear Corp, you get like 3, 4 months in the future, and you realize that it was a mistake, and you have to go back in time and start over.
That would
basically,
actually be kind of
basically,
funny.
we all have to go back in time to kill ourselves. Is that what you're
Yeah,
talking
we
about?
have to go back and no, we actually have to go and undo all those events if we found
Well,
ourselves in a situation where we fucked up.
you got to
Yeah,
remember what
fuck.
Fear Corp is.
Yeah. Wait, who'd we lose? Who did?
I'm just saying, you got to realize what Fear Corp is,
And
and
that was serious, purely for the fact that whatever we're talking about is probably upsetting him.
Well,
because
yeah, he'll
we're
be all
talking
right.
about the future that is never really needed to happen, since half of our characters are gotten too
Need to
strong
retire.
where we can't really have story and include everyone.
Well, the only story we can have is in the non-combat sense.
Yeah.
That's what it really boils down to. We need our stories to tie off, but it can't really be combat related for most of us.
Yes.
For Tommy's story to complete, he needs to get married and ascend to godhood. That's what he has to do for his story to be complete. For Victor, he has to escape his imprisonment one way or another and basically ascend to godhood. Whichever form he takes, that's, another thing.
Eldritch's story has been practically ended. Really, all he needs to do is either technically he has two cults based around him. Technically, he could ascend to into a two-faced god, or he just ends up dead. Since I have already gotten my most desirable outcome, which is him becoming a daywalker.
Mm-hmm. Well, you managed that feat already.
Yeah.
So your story, admittedly, was ready to be done long before ours.
Yeah. Once Eldritch became a daywalker, that was when his story was really just ended.
Basically, you had some here and there plans to like become a god,
Yeah.
do that sort of thing.
If it happens, If it happens when we do a time skip, it happens.
Well, you are a vampire. Short of sunlight and fire, you don't die. So, and yeah,
Okay, yeah.
fire is not really much of an issue, and neither is sunlight.
Bow out
So,
because he was about to explode.
and we lost another one. Whoop a doop.
That was Alex.
Good lord, people. Honey the fuck. Man,
Yeah.
I pop in for 5 seconds and people start running. I feel
Yeah.
bad.
I'm still
Ooh, I
here.
feel bad.
Oh
I
no.
know, dude, but that makes
No,
me
no,
that
geez.
does sting a
The
little.
main reason why
Oh, dude.
the reason why Sirius bows out is that
Hi,
There's
Sirius.
Sirius. There's my brother. Brother, I love you. You okay? Speak to us, please. What?
I am going to eat all of you with a fine Chianti and a side of fava beans.
Okay, that's fine.
You
Well,
can't do
I'll
you can't
give
do the sucking noise.
that.
You
No.
messed it up. You have
Okay.
to do the sucking noise.
Don't worry, that's just a reference to Hannibal Lecter. That's all that was.
Well, yeah, we know the reference. But here's the problem. You must first put the lotion on the skin, or else you'll get the hose again.
Yeah. Victor, did you hear about my idea about turning, if needed, turning Eldritch's house into the monster house from the movie?
I heard that. I did. I caught that. It was funny.
If I have to, I will use it.
So it's doable. I think he would be really slow though.
Yeah.
But that's just me. I don't know. That's up to the storyteller.
Yet again,
That's
Victor,
beyond my
remember,
ability.
I have way more than enough homunculi to make a giant monster kaiju.
I know. I didn't stop you from having them. I
Yeah.
could have tried. I could have fought
And-
you. I could have done a lot of things I didn't. So.
But then you also realize the fact that Eldritch, he doesn't really appear that much often compared to everyone else. So he has a lot of time to travel the world and gather corpses.
Mm-hmm.
And he
People die every day.
And he practically has an infinite amount of space in his shadow, because we never really we never chose to be like, how much can he actually carry in the darkness?
Very good question. I do not know the answer to.
Exactly. Therefore, I'm going to leave it. Who knows?
Someone knows.
Yeah.
Who that person is? I do not know.
Exactly. Someone might know what it is, but none of us do. But yeah, my yeah, I really do. I hope Eldritch at least when this is all done though, Eldritch's story will definitely be over.
You could tie off a lot of loose ends this way. I will give you that.
Yeah.
Yes, we all could.
And I will bow out because the storyteller has returned. I go back to being silent.
Hello, Victor, my brother. How you doing?
Not getting away that easy.
Oh yeah. You ain't getting away that easy, little shit. No way.
My life is chaos, and I only bring my chaos when I feel that I might be able to control it.
I see that. Okay, Jade, Hazel, what are you doing?
What the fuck is happening?
I was introducing myself to Hazel. That's where we left off.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. One moment. Timothy,
What is up?
Jody, what are you up to, my brother?
I have no fucking idea, bro.
Okay, give me a moment. I will catch you up as fast as I can. As you introduce yourself to Hazel. Hazel, take it away, please.
Yeah. Okay. She'll introduce herself as Hazel Baker. Hazel Baker.
Well, that is fair. And Jade has already basically did a polite little bow, introduced herself. So you know she is wearing a white beret that goes with the rest of the outfit that you saw.
Huh. A cute beret.
Thank you. I made it myself.
Nice.
So
Steve.
Jade turns to Brian. So I was supposed to pick her up, I take it? Or pick the both of you up?
No, just her. Adrian told me that he was sending you to help her because she was worried about some people standing outside looking like, what was the word you used? Statue of Liberty? If I'm not
Statue of Liberty.
I wasn't. I'm not sure. Or you? They were not responding. Which one do you? I'm so sorry.
They weren't responding, and they were kind of stuck in place, like how a statue would be.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Would you like to show me where they were?
Sure.
All right. Please lead the way.
Okay.
Okay. As you two go outside Brian's house, and he thanks you both for coming, and then he closes the door. You hear a click, and so as you look down the street and everything else, Jake, you would know immediately. Okay, there's cars on both sides. Okay, people outside the cars, and their phones are pointing up to Fearcorp Tower, and Fearcorp has the exploding plumes. Okay, look like they're exploding, and rings are coming out. Okay, from each explosion. As she points and says, "Here."
Yeah, they're over there, and I tried blocking their line of sight, both by covering the phone and by covering their eyes, and it didn't do anything.
I tried doing something similar on my end, and it didn't seem to work. I even broke the phone, but nothing had worked. So we're just going to have to get them out of here.
Okay.
All right, so I am going to get one of the great transports to come in with a few bones and help and start, and when it arrives, start loading these civilians onto the craft.
Okay. Yeah, which is going to take some time, about 30 minutes at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to quickly contact Doc. Did you also want me to pick up Miss Baker and bring her to safety as well?
That would be her choice.
All right. Fair enough.
Sure. I mean, I'd rather help, but I don't know how much help I can do.
What are you good at?
I am good at fixing people up, and I can be relatively quiet.
You work in the medical field?
Not necessarily work, but my parents are both doctors, kind of thing.
Okay, that.
Or at least one of them was. They died when I was young. All I remember is, yeah, one of them was a doctor, for sure.
All right. All right. I can't force you to go, and I can't force you to stay. It is up to you. If you'd rather help, then please do. I won't stop you.
Yeah, I'd rather help and know I'm doing something useful.
All right. If you'll give me a moment. Have there, Doc? Have there been any accidents that have been resulted because of everybody staring up at Fear Corp crashes or anything?
Nope.
Which is strange. That just makes things weirder.
No 911 calls, no police sirens, no fire sirens, no ambulances, nothing.
Have the drones found any accidents? Or
None.
Huh. Okay. Things are just getting interesting because All right. So, Eldritch, are you still here with us?
Yep, yes.
Hello there. Yes. As you wherever you are, you just see Eldritch look up from a cell phone.
I grab the cell phone, throw it down on the ground, and break it. I told you not to do that.
He pulls out another one.
You dumped them all in your house.
You don't think Eldritch doesn't have other things?
I'm just gonna.
Continue on.
Eldritch
Okay.
pulls out a rotary phone.
Okay, that's. I love that actually.
He goes, "Oh yeah, Sally, I'm sorry. Sorry, someone just had to."
Anyways, what do you think?
Catch me
Apparently,
up.
there
I
have.
wasn't paying attention.
Apparently, there have been no accidents as a result. Miss Baker here, a civilian, she says, with a very peculiar tone, Eldritch. Trying to give you a hint.
So some form of criminal. Understood.
There's just this look in her eyes, like, dude, really? Anyways,
I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't been paying attention.
it's like, hey, okay, so how can I do this to make it so all right, so she wants to help us out, but she starts, how can I do this? She starts playing with the end of her scarf, which you know very well what it is. She's not Well, she hasn't been
Okay.
through what. Yes, she
Okay.
hasn't been through what we have
How
yet.
about before we start, before we go out, how about we have some relaxing chocolates before we leave? As
Chocolate.
Sounds good.
She's not a sleeper. Oh, she's a sleeper. Yes. Right. Yeah, she is a sleeper, not a sleepwalker. Right. But the question is, what do you think we should do? There have been no accidents. I have already tried to coordinate the drones, or the bone droids, and have drones following around Fear Corp. We have a Fear Corp truck working for us that I could have pull up at any moment.
My greatest thought is most likely is there collect. But either way, but first, before we continue on, how about we eat some of these chocolates? All right. I give each of you one, and then you see I'll just pop one in his mouth, and he'll just eat it. Do you guys eat yours?
I'm gonna have to do a sense motive here, or what is it? Empathy.
Okay. You have no. Okay. Just roll.
All right, so Doc, what it would be to detect what the hell Eldritch is trying to pull off here?
Manipulation and deception.
Wouldn't it be empathy because you're trying to tell what I'm doing?
Okay, empathy. Sorry, my bad. Yeah. Yeah.
Nah.
Either way,
Fuck.
Here's the thing. Fun part is I'm not trying to deceive you for anything. You sense literally no malice in this. It's just me giving you a chocolate and giving you both chocolates.
Okay. I'll take a chocolate.
You eat it.
She
Yeah.
pops it in her mouth. See what happens. If something bad
For
happens, she's
you,
gonna wail on Eldritch later.
they're just Milky Ways. At least for you. Serious. For you on the other hand, you are temporarily a sleepwalker
Oh.
of some form.
Huh?
This is how Eldritch originally did the ghoul thing of giving people chocolates. Yeah.
I remember that.
Wait. Is there blood in this chocolate?
No, not yours. Only hers. And she can't even taste it. If anything, she just thinks the chocolate is extremely sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, so am I a ghoul now, or is this just temporary?
Just temporary.
Okay.
Yeah, you're a sleepwalker.
For the rest
Your
of
brain
this
won't
session,
break.
For the rest of
Fair
this
enough.
session, if anything happens, your brain will not break.
Fair enough.
I will have to end. If we end up having another session where you're in there, I will end up having to give you another chocolate.
Makes sense.
But if I keep doing that for the entirety of the way, you'll end up getting addicted. So I'll probably have to watch it.
Yep. Or, just straight up turn me into whatever.
Yeah, but also you're brand new here. I ain't condemning you to life of vampirehood yet.
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 I mean, I personally am on changeling for Hazel, but
Yeah. Things happen.
Just because you saw me take over a fucking armored car.
Either way, let's continue. So,
yeah.
My plan and idea of what they're doing is most likely, no accidents or anything has happened. My assumption is there's probably a very specific gene in the genome that they're probably targeting that some of us might not have.
Okay.
That is affecting them, and that's what's causing them to stop. And they probably all did it in a way so that it affects the brain, and they probably made sure that no one would have any form of injury. And they're probably, from what I'm going to assume, if there's the entire city is happening into it, they might be gathering, I don't know, psychic energy.
Psychic energy?
Most of that,
really?
I didn't. Yeah, it's a thing.
It's a thing. Either way, think of it like this: the idea and thought process of you know how like the entire idea, the idea of mind over matter.
Yeah.
By the way, just so you know, you're seeing a 5'4", 17-year-old man with a very slight tan talking to you. I have no idea what your height is or whatever, or your character's age. So literally, if anything, you might find this a bit condescending.
No, actually, she's 17 as well. So,
Okay.
not condescending, and she's fairly short, so the only
Okay.
thing that she would find is that they're slightly taller than her.
Okay.
That's about it.
Either way, yeah. As he's going, the idea and thought process of the mind over matter is the same way as if you have enough people believing in the same thing, causing it to come true. Therefore, my quite possible idea is the fact they're trying to create a god.
What? How would that?
Either that or they're trying to do things.
Okay. And this would require that many people. What?
Okay, imagine
It's
this.
basically sucking their brain juice out. It's sucking it's
Every
sucking their mental
possible
power.
conscious thought and subconscious thought and projecting it to a very specific idea or ideal in a particular form that this creature could create and take up.
So it's like mind control.
Yes. It's mind control to the extent that they need it to create something.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, if that's the case, I do have an idea, but it could be very dangerous. For one. For two, we need to evacuate the entire area around Fear Corp. Flat out.
Well, the thing is this: I theoretically could, but as you stated, I
I'm
could
already
still.
doing that. And I already have a barrier around Fear Corp HQ right now, keeping that pulse at bay.
So as you know, there's not really that much I can truly know about all of this. That's my best guess is that they're gathering psychic energies to turn a business that they are into a form of a immortal idea construct. They're trying to turn possibly the idea or ideal of Fear Corp physical.
So they're trying to make a physical form of capitalism. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Sorry, I actually
all,
like that answer. That's a good answer.
To simplify everything, yes, they're trying to manifest capitalism itself.
Okay.
I should have stayed
I
in
can see
Russia.
why this is a problem.
I really should have stayed in Russia.
Exactly. If you stayed in Russia, my dear, you would have never met any of us.
Met who?
You wouldn't have met any of us.
Sometimes I wonder.
You never would have met your lover.
Don't bring it. Nah.
Either way, my dear. So, what shall we all do about this situation?
Unfortunately, I'm doing everything I can. I'm organizing the drones outside here. Keep having the droids get help, or basically directing the droids, getting the droids into defensive positions, and everything that I possible. I'm helping manage them on the ground and fine management, adjust things as they occur. That's
Mm.
really all I can do here.
There's not much I
Because
can do on my
yeah,
end.
because and I point at the barrier. That is good. The only thing I can actually do to further enhance it is actually block the light from filtering out, and that could freeze several city blocks.
Yeah, that is true. There's not much I can do either. I don't really have that many of useful skills in this current situation.
The only thing we can really do is go after the fear trucks, or just keep
Actually,
evacuating
I have
people.
a very, very stupid idea. Doc, I have a question. If I look outside, do I see any of the frozen people?
You do realize we're outside, right?
Oh, we are? I didn't know that.
Yes.
Doc, how many frozen people are out there? Where we currently are.
Doc has muted himself.
I'm going to assume he's asleep then. I don't know.
Doc, did you die?
Doc. Paging Dr. Skywoods. Paging Dr. Skywoods.
Paging Dr. Dildo. Nope. The DILF is asleep.
Isn't he a grandpa?
That would make him a GILF.
We're weird.
Gee, you think?
I feel like I'm just as weird, considering it doesn't really bother me.
No,
Okay.
Then
that
you're
just means
perfect.
it's
Here.
at the point where being weird is normal, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, fair enough.
What is normal? Where? What is? Can you define normal for me?
Okay, if you're gonna get philosophical at this hour, Victor, I'm going to have to tell you to leave.
As you wish.
Don't you dare. All I know.
No, Doc can't possibly be asleep. You know why?
Why? He just unmuted
Because he
himself?
was muted. Because he was muted.
Right.
Okay,
Hey,
I'm
Doc.
sorry. Yes, I'm back.
Okay, so Doc, how many people are outside that are like the frozen people?
A majority of the city.
Okay,
Majority.
how many of them are currently close to us?
Close to you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say around a good number.
I just need one. Just point me to the closest one to me.
Closest one. Okay.
Closest person.
2 feet.
Okay. I am now going to stare into their eyes and peer into their brains.
Okay.
Into its brain.
Okay. And what are you doing?
Eldritch?
With 7 successes, I am surfing around its conscious thought.
Okay.
And memories.
Okay. And as you peer into his head, you see the tower.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you start feeling joy of the well, hang on here. As you start going to his head, the clouds start turning dark red and everything else, and then all of a sudden, tanks roll in, and then military people roll in and stuff like that, and then the tower basically falls apart, and there what you can tell is 2 men on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then you start seeing. Okay, the guns start firing. Tanks start shooting at the towers. Okay, and then the military men start shooting their M16s, their guns, I mean, shooting everything out. You are seeing military rockets. I mean, everything being shot at the towers and everything else, and 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 and, and then as you start seeing the trails of these bullets and everything else, everything slows down. You start seeing the trails, everything starts, and everything as everything starts coming closer and closer and closer to the tower, and then as what seems to be a bullet actually hits towers, there's a bright light
Hmm.
that explodes. The
I'm
tower,
guessing that's. I was about to be like, I guess that's when I get kicked out.
and then you feel this person, feel this person's emotion was like, yeah, we won, and that type of excitement and stuff like that. And then it happens again. Okay,
So I keep seeing this on. I basically keep seeing this like as like
a
a
loop.
film on loop,
Yeah, film on
right?
loop. Yeah.
I will separate myself
Uh huh.
and I'll look at them and go, Whew, I believe we are dealing with a probably a cataclysm case scenario. As I look at I forget her name.
Baker.
Nope.
Serious, I'm looking at you.
Jade.
Yeah.
Looking at Jade.
Well, I do have an idea. Give me a moment. Dexterity occult. It. You see Jade there, standing there. It's like, hold on, this will take a minute.
Hmm? What did she do?
Oh.
Did she just
She
like
just.
disappear?
Yep, she popped into the spirit realm. So now she's
Oh,
just gone.
well then.
She was there. Now she ain't.
You do know is that if you actually gave me more context, technically, I'm not freaking out, but the other person will be.
That's fine. If you want to. If you want to roll that, play that out, go ahead.
Because
Hazel, do you want her to be? Do you want to freak out? Do you want to role play her freaking out?
I mean, she's less freaky out and more just like not like breaking point freak out, but more like
oh no,
things are
yeah,
already
you don't
weird.
have to
How much
worry
weirder
about those
can this
breaking
get?
point
Yeah,
things right now.
yeah.
It's really just the fact that it's more the fact that she was there and now she's not.
Yep.
Oh. So, Doc, I'm going to try something risky as Jade in the
Okay.
spirit world.
Okay.
Remember, she is blind, but she can still see the spirits.
Yeah. I give you that much.
What spirits are around the tower, and is there a big spirit attached to the tower or anything of that nature?
Oh, there's a very big spirit attached around that tower.
Would I be able to tell what type?
Mm.
I do have that aura sight, so
Yes, you
maybe.
do. Yeah. You do have the aura sight. Okay. Uh.
Okay, quick question:
Yes,
is
sir.
it aura sight based around emotion,
Yes.
or because
So if it's an emotional based spirit, I'd be able to tell. If not, then it's something else, and I wouldn't be able to.
you just really be able to tell what the spirit would be feeling?
Right. That's about it.
Mm. Uh, you can tell what emotion is attached to this particular. You, the spirit is like in gold. Yeah, it engulfs your corpse, and it's like manipulation.
It's what?
Manipulation.
Okay.
Okay, that
Hold
manipulation
on.
really isn't an emotion. It'd be more of like
It's an idea, but
yeah.
But regardless. Okay.
And
Takes a.
go ahead.
She's taking a few more minutes. You were going to describe there's more to it?
Well,
It'd be greed. Is what the emotion I think would be.
uh, I don't think it would be greed. It's more of a manipulation. Happy. It just depends on. It would be depend on the person because it's manipulating their emotions.
Okay.
So it's so it's still would be a.
Wait,
Go ahead.
I have a question now.
Go ahead.
Since this is just purely my own thing,
Yeah.
was the person I was going brain through was a member of just the civilian population,
Yeah.
or was it
It
a
was
okay?
civilian.
Okay.
All right. A few moments later, Jade is now right back where she was standing a moment ago.
You do know it'd be better next time to actually explain what you're going to do before you do it.
No. Anyways,
My thing is this: it's very simple.
there is a big old spirit of manipulation surrounding the tower. I have an idea. We would need somebody who is very good at murdering the spirits.
Well then, if you let me finish mentioning what I even saw in in that person's brain, and I could possibly double check with a few other civilians that are around here right now, I can make sure to see if what's happening is it going to happen in a certain way or not. If you wouldn't mind.
Go ahead.
Okay, Doc. I went to like another two people.
Okay.
One of them got a 6, the other one got a 9. Is it like the same thing that's happening in their brain or no?
Uh. 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 Yeah. Why not? Exact same thing.
Well, what I'm going to assume is happening is very simple. Whatever's going on might be a prediction of the future, and they're trying to manipulate their brains into thinking that whatever they're going to be doing soon is justified. Subliminal messaging, if you would like to call it. I believe there might be 2 mages on equal power towards dogs, or higher. I think there might be 2 mages on in that tower that might be on the equivalent of dark or greater.
Well, what I can tell you is that there's a massive spirit of manipulation around the tower. If we can take out that spirit of manipulation, people are going to wake up potentially. But we don't have somebody that can murder them,
That's
unless
the thing, though, is that also if we're that spirit, if it has jangled itself into everyone's brains like the way it has, if we just murder it outright, there is a chance that when murdering it, it will also murder a portion of the people's brains, leaving them all comatose.
well, I'm not. I guess I'm good at talking to people, but I don't want to talk to something that close to Fear Corp for one, and for two, I honestly don't trust myself because I'd probably try to kill it.
I can't go into the spirit world.
We hold up. Doc, your radio is crackling, and you just hear Jade. Doc, got a question. Doc? Did we really put the old man to sleep again?
I think so.
Vincent, why'd you put the old man to sleep?
I didn't even say anything.
Exactly!
Exactly.
Doc, please.
My only other idea that I possibly have is summoning Father Time, like I've done before.
But you don't want to abuse Father Time. Well, that sounds awkwardly dirty, but I don't mean it that way. You don't want to abuse his kindness, especially if it's Father Time.
Yes, I know. What my idea is, it's very, very stupid. But this is what I have a slight plan, and it really all depends on if Doc is willing to go with it, and I'm not telling anyone else what it is.
All right. Now, my only other idea. The only person that can truly talk to this thing that I know of, that it would be absolutely fearless enough, is Johnny. And Eldritch dropped. Storm the castle, kill the king.
So you guys are trying to kill a spirit possessing the building I'm currently in?
Yes.
I see.
Yes.
Well, at least that means we didn't necessarily do it.
Oh no, the spirit was put there by one of you guys.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
So if Jade sees you, she may try to kill you unless you convince her otherwise.
I look very friendly.
You may look friendly, but you're talking to someone who has been through World War II. And several others.
Well.
And she still looks 20. That's fey fuckery. Da 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 da.
So she's a changeling.
Oh yeah.
Gosh, they're fun.
A changeling with artificial limbs.
Oh.
And she ain't a joke. Those limbs aren't a joke either. One is basically, monofilament wire traps. Have you seen the movie or the? Have you seen the Hellsing Ultimate anime?
Yes.
You know the dude that throws the wires all over the place?
Walter?
Yes. Guess what Jade can do?
That's fun.
Mm-hmm. And she has a clone that can actually do the same thing as her. So there's literally two of her at once.
Jeez. That's just too much.
Oh, and then the face stuff on everything. Like controlling an armored car with her mind, and it's one of yours.
Your core armored car?
Yeah, she basically used the armored car to kill the people inside with its own mechanisms.
Yeesh.
And she just smiled as she watched the people suffocate on the inside.
Yeah.
So she's a little crazy. A little
But
bit.
yeah, now I want to now I want Hazel to become a changeling.
Which is fair, and if Doc did indeed fall asleep, we may have to call it.
I'm noob doobers. I haven't quite decided. Actually.
You haven't quite decided what.
Oh, about the Uber Doo. the turnaround on that thing is immense. Yes, I got a warning. Said warning. Oh boy.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh my goodness. Hallelujah. Holiday
Is Doc back?
is one of them.
No, he's not.
Okay.
What is it? Yes, sir. Okay. What I say or what I take.
Hmm.
Some like that. And I ain't playing with them. And the turnaround on that thing is like, wow, not a thing. Oh, yeah. Ready to go right now.
What's that guy? This guy's a good animator.
Status effect duration decrease. No. No. Added shock effect to all attacks. Bitch. Yeah, that's right. I shoot you and poison. You can be shocking and poison. And if you keep fucking around with me, bitch, you'll be froze. I'll freeze you and then shoot the shit at you. And when I shoot the shit at you, you'll be dead. You froze and dead.
Gesundheit?
Bitch. Sometimes just throwing a nicely timed bitch in there makes it all better.
Bitch!
What you talking about? Bitch. Yeah, you just throw it in there. It'll make it all better. I promise. I may not know what I'm talking about. I may know what I'm talking about. You know, I hadn't quite decided, honestly. Yeah, bitch. I'm shooting up everything. 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 Why these dudes ain't helping? I had enough of your bullshit, Tom. You and them bitches. Yeah, you hook before. Big old mech. Big old mech bitch. Rocket cannon. I don't want a big ass fucking cannon, bitch. I'ma hold on to my handguns. They fire a lot. Fuck shit up. Yeah, your daggone right. Watch this. Bitch, I had shot. I had. What? What? I don't know what's happening right now, but I'm about to make it. I'm about to make it not happen. Maybe happen harder.
I'm just gonna summon Father Time. Hopefully, I can get a glimpse into the future.
You know, you can't keep fucking with time, bro.
I have done that twice.
Time will be like, yeah, okay, yeah. Hey, you want to see what's gonna happen then? I will let you know. Now that you know, I will change it.
You mess with time constantly.
I do. I don't give a fuck. Just because I'm giving you the warning doesn't mean I heed to it. I'm just, you know.
Do as I say, not as I do. That's all I'm getting off of you right
First
now.
parenting style. Girl. Rollers. You too? Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. I will put the brawlers silver and gold tooth in my mouth. And I will get right up on these bitches. Shoot them in their face. You feel me? And freeze effect to it. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna add all the effects to my shots. Bitch, you might get froze, you might get poisoned, you might get petrified, bitch, you might get shot. I don't know what's gonna happen to you, bitch, but I shoot you enough times, something is gonna happen to you. If don't nothing happen to you, you is there's something wrong with you. There ain't something wrong with me, bitch. Something wrong with you. You got immunity. It's too many of them. Take a look at that. Do I'm sorry. I took out my charges to make you feel anything. I took out my charger too to make you feel any better. Okay. I'm just saying. I'm not succeeding right now. Okay. What? What I mean?
I think Doc fell asleep.
Okay. Okay. I will get back with you. Yes. trying to kill this thing. I petrificated them. I froze them. I poisoned them. Petrified again. Whole boss don't know what the fuck it's gonna do. It's froze now. Now it's petrified. Now it's poison. Now it's petrified. Still poison. It's not poison no more. Poison again. Oh, it shot me. It said, I'm gonna shoot you, bitch. I said, no, you're not. It said, I'm not gonna fall prey to your regular pros, but I'm gonna fall prey to the other one. Cause now I have decided I'm no longer affected by your bullshit. That's what it told me. And I told it, fuck you. It killed me. Yeah, I will. Cause I'm dead. It killed me. Oh, I'm up. I'm alive. I will. Oh damn. Or just kill it. Just kill it, bro. You can do it. I know you can. Kill both of us. I think it killed both of us. A lot of things.
Okay, guys.
Hey,
Okay, I want to stop this.
Oh, you're